Good morning and welcome to Richmond Community College. I'm your host, Brandy Miller, and today on our show we have Mr. Hal Shuler. Hi, Mr. Hal, how are you?
Hey, Brandy, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm really good. All right, so Mr. Shuler, can you give us a brief description about yourself and your position here at Richmond Community College?
Yes, I am the Associate Vice President for Development here at Richmond Community College, which says really all in all, I am the director of our foundation. And of course, our foundation, we'll talk a little bit about it this morning. Our foundation is the arm of fundraising, or the scholarship arm for our students here at Richmond Community College. A little bit about myself. I've been in education for over 30 years as a teacher and a coach and a principal, and moved over here to the college around 2016. And this has been a good move for me. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So what decisions led you to the position that you are in now?
I think when I was in education, I decided at some point to get an administrative degree, and getting that degree, that led me to being an assistant principal and a principal at a school, and I think it indirectly led me to this position because it just happened to come open, and it was a job that was not similar to what I was doing, but it had some ties into what I was doing, and kind of led me here.
Okay. So in what ways does a community college reach the community?
Well, it is the college for the community. I think here, as much as anywhere in any community college, we are here for our community and its population. The population, if they need a certain course or if they need a certain skill, we're more than apt to try to provide that for them, and we do provide that for them in a lot of different ways. And whether it's a curriculum class or whether it's a workforce development class that's a Saturday afternoon, we're offering it anytime, always, for whatever our community needs. And I think that's what a community college is for, to meet the needs of the people in their area, whatever they are. And I think we do a great job of that here.
I think we do too. I know working with the marketing team, I've seen like a lot of the WED classes or continuing education classes, and people should really take advantage of that with the price being so low too.
They are, and it is a. I mean, if you have a skill that you want to develop and need a class in it, if you would just let us know what that is, I think we're more than apt to try to offer that course. And it's more than one usually that need it if it's something you need. But yes, we do offer many classes and many different avenues for people to get certificates, for people to get whatever they need for their job, whatever they want.
Okay, so how do you reach out to new people?
A lot of different ways. I think the first way would be social media. It's a big outlet today, and we have certainly, whether it's through Instagram or whether it's through Twitter or whether it's through Facebook or our website, that is probably the best vehicle we have for reaching out to people. And through our marketing, marketing here, what you're involved in, Brandy, and does a great job of getting things out and writing articles. And I think one way the foundation reaches people is that we do have a lot of functions here during the year, whether it's our clay shoot in the fall or whether it's our gala in the spring, or whether it's a campus campaign where we're raising money through our staff here, or whether it's through our director circle. Of course, our director circle is a group of people that pay a little extra and go to our shows at the Cole, and we have a little event for them before each show. Whatever it might be, I think all the different things that we do reach people here in our community.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with COVID-19, taking over in 2020, can you talk about the impact that it has had on the community college?
Well, it's definitely had an impact. We haven't, and Dr. McGinnis has been very good about this. We haven't let it be an excuse. We really hadn't. We've come to work every day and had a safe school. I believe we've taken very good precautions to making our school safe. And we hadn't let it be an excuse. But certainly it's affected our enrollment some. It's affected how people come to school now. It's affected, just people getting out. A lot of times this thing COVID-19 has tied people down to thinking I've got to stay in. And it's kind of when you get out of the habit of doing something, Brandy, you get out of the habit of doing it, you just don't do it. And so we've had to retrain, rethink, redo things to try to help people come back to school, whether it's been, we've used our money from the government to help pay people for classes. We've done all kind of things, but it still hadn't got everybody back. We feel like that we need to do. So it's definitely had an impact, but it hadn't been an excuse for anything we've done.
And it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be, right.
So what ways does the school keep in touch with alumni to ensure a strong relationship?
I think it's all what I've said. We do a lot of different events. And I think one thing we do for the alumni is we have a very good job placement thing here with Patsy Stanley, and we give anybody really, any public, or any person that lives here, but especially our alumni, I think if they need a job, we certainly have ways to help them get a job placed and get placed somewhere. And we also, like I said, through all our events, and where we've got opportunities for all kind of different things you can do, whether you're an outdoorsman or where you could come to our clay shoot, or whether you enjoy our gala in the spring, or whatever it might be. We've got all kind of different things that we're sponsoring and doing, and those continue to change. We're getting ready to do a car show here in the fall, which is very different, but I think it's going to help raise money. So I think we reach out in a lot of different ways.
We really do. So what resources would you say the school has for alumni?
Like I said, the resources where if you need a job, you've got somewhere to go where you can help. If you need help writing a resume, if you need help just getting placed somewhere, we've got all those resources that you could use. If you need a different skill, we've got all kind of different skills that you can take, all kind of things. And we do focus on alumni for that. We have also just an event that we have that's gotten us in touch with many different alumni, is our Outstanding Alumni Award that we sponsor each year. And I think we've had 5, and it's really given us the opportunity to meet more alumni and see how what a great job some are doing out in our communities, not only here but different places in our state and out of state. So we continue. Alumni are our biggest resource, and we continue to try to reach out to them.
So can you explain what the Richmond CC Foundation is and what it does for the community and its students?
Well, its sole function is to raise money for scholarships, or to raise money to help students go to school, and that is our goal. I think all our decisions we make at the foundation are what's better for the student. And we invest money, we put money in a lot of different ways. We have over 125 curriculum scholarships, and we have scholarships for WED students, workforce economic development, through our Second Chance Fund. We help many students, and that's our goal. And that's what it's all about, is we're going to try to help students come back to school. and that's really in a nutshell what we do and what we try to do in every decision we make is try to help students come back to school. And that's been that way since the 70s it started. We've grown, and I think we do a pretty good job of it. We continually try to do different things, different ways to try to make it easier, to try to encourage students to come back. And I always say that our people that give to the foundation certainly make a big difference, because it does make a difference for students.
Great. Now, I know this isn't one of the questions, but can you talk a little bit more about the gala that's coming up in April?
Gala is April 2nd. We originally had it scheduled for February the 12th, which we were calling it a Valentine Gala. We won't call the April 2nd the Valentine Gala because, of course, Valentines will have come and gone. But we, Dr. McGinnis and the leadership team, and made a decision that we just felt like with rise in COVID-19, we felt like that it just wouldn't be real smart to have the gala on the 12th. We hope the April 2nd will be a better date. Tommy Gerald, we always honor our outstanding, not our outstanding alumni, our Citizen of the Year on April 2nd. Tommy Gerald, Dr. Tommy Gerald has been our health director. He's retired now, but he has helped us so much through this pandemic. We'll be honoring him that night as our Citizen of the Year, and we'll also have great food, great fellowship, and dancing, and it'll be a nice event on hopefully a good weekend. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody that maybe would be coming to the Valentine will come April 2nd.
Now, how much are the tickets?
The tickets are $50 per person, and that includes your dinner, and that includes music, that includes everything that we do that night. So it's a fairly inexpensive dinner, but we also have tables for businesses or anybody really, corporate sponsorship levels for starting at $1,000, where you can buy a full table or part of a table or how many seats you want to buy available. And we've had some businesses take part in that, so please call me if there is something you like to do along those lines. So we're looking for a big night and a great opportunity to honor Tommy and his family.
Alrighty. So when it comes to scholarships, what traits are you looking for in a candidate that applies?
Well, scholarships are based on criteria, and criteria is based on what the donor would like for the criteria to be, whether it be a student from Richmond County or Scotland County or both, or it doesn't matter what county, or be a 3.0 student or a 3.5 student. So it's all kind of different criteria. And then, but we're looking for just students that are willing to fill out a scholarship application and fill out a FAFSA. When you do those two things, it kind of tells us where you are financially and how we can help you. And so as far as the traits, there are many different traits, but really just a willingness to do a little bit of work, to fill out an application and a FAFSA application, and chances are we can get you some type of scholarship in some type of way. And for as a wedge student, if you just sign up for a class, you're going to have a chance. Every student's going to get a second chance scholarship. It's really a discount on the class, but it is saving you money. So traits are just a willingness to come, and it's about as simple as that.
All right, we have come to the end almost, but I have one more question for you. In what ways does a scholarship impact the student's life?
Well, in many ways. For some students, we ask our scholarship recipients to write a letter to the donor to thank them for giving this scholarship. And I've read many letters over the years, and I think the biggest thing I could say, it makes a difference. Some students, it helps a student that maybe is the first student in there or first person in their family to go to college and get a degree, and that checks that box for them. Or it makes a difference for a student that has 3 kids and needs the help and wouldn't be able to do it any other way through a scholarship. So it fills a need to get what they need as far as their schooling to go on and be somebody. So it's a wonderful thing. It's a great, to be a part of the foundation and be a part of giving money for scholarships. You are making a difference for people, and people that need it, and people in this area that need it. So, we're proud of our foundation, and want to let everybody know that there are scholarships here, and you just need to have a willing heart to be able to do a few things for us first, and then we can maybe get you placed in one. So it's a very good thing, Brandy.
It is. Now, I know this isn't any of a question, but what's something that you would like to leave with somebody, a message for a student or anybody specifically?
I would say, for a student that don't give up. If you've got a degree in mind and you want to see that through, no matter how hard it might be at this point, or no matter how what a struggle it is for you at home, or whatever it might be, but don't give up, because you can continue to get that degree if you persevere. And degrees are not don't have to be a certain age. You can be a senior citizen and still get a degree, and it makes a difference. So my thought to everybody would just be, don't give up, and continue what you want or wanted to do in life. There is a way to do it, and we can help you here at RCC. We want to do that.
That's nice. Well, Mr. Shuler, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Thank you, Brandy. I've enjoyed it.
I have too.